Welcome back. We are still having those raw and real conversations, and I have a new group of industry key players sitting with me.
One of the problems that we have also, that you have since you moved from Cape Town, is your inability to find really talented people who can help you in your factory. And yes.
Yeah, I think in terms of manufacturing, Johannesburg's not an ideal place for independent designers.
Got it.
It's very hard to find the quality, the finish that you're looking for. So I used to be based in Cape Town for a long time. I had my own CMT there, and obviously we outsourced with many little factories. In Johannesburg, we struggle a lot with that. So I think what we have done, and that shows our creativity as creatives in Johannesburg, is that we kind of have to just find our own way, maneuver around the challenges we do have, which is pretty much, I think, we've all done through COVID.
I know on the textiles and the fabric side, I mean, I would travel 4 or 5 times a year to Europe because we obviously, season behind them, so we trend forecast. Naturally, we couldn't travel. So that's been a challenge. We've got to do everything online. It comes with these challenges. I mean, a massive challenge as well would be importing fabric. I mean, the container, the freight costs, that's gone crazy. I mean, we would pay like on a 40-foot container, something like $2,000. That's shot up to literally 5 times, like $12,000 a 40-foot container. So it's put the costings out for importing the fabric, as well as now we naturally got to pass it to our clients. And it's not easy to come into to their cost price points.
Don't you think that that gives you an opportunity now to look inward and say, if the price outside South Africa is getting out of hand, maybe it gives us an opportunity now to look inward and develop our own industry.
So what we've done is we've reached out to a few of the local mills, like there's JMV Textiles, and there's a few local guys that are doing product, obviously more in the knitwear side of the industry. Wovens are a bit more of a challenge, and that's something which I think needs to be addressed.
Finally, with the volatility in the price and the deliveries from China, we're getting a lot more people asking us to print locally for them, which is great. I think one of the biggest problems is pricing, because Feroza's Fabrics comes in, it's printed, they print 10, 20,000 meters at a time, easily. Where in South Africa you're looking at much smaller quantities, so your price levels go up. So that becomes a problem when you're trying to get into the market.
What happens with our generation being people who've graduated post 2010, most of us do not want to add to the textile waste or the fashion waste. We rather look at building solutions for sustainable design and manufacturing in ways that are less wasteful, less harmful to the environment. That's a global message. But what I've also then realized through having a conversation today is that we don't actually have a value statement for South African design industry that informs why young South Africans should be designing a specific way.
And we have to think of African solution for African problem, South African solution for African problem. Whatever we adopt as the global norm of sustainability, you need to speak to our local problem in our local resources.
I think I just want to agree very much with the idea of an African renaissance where Africans take on technology, we take on craft, we take on a bigger stake in the world, in like the world stake in the fashion industry. We can't keep allowing ourselves to be influenced by the world. There has to come a time where we are designing our own machinery, creating our own solutions. And I think I'm very much on board with that. I see myself in that world as a young designer.